Okay, hi everyone. So welcome to Noisy Pagan Crow. I'm Rebecca, and this is my first video for YouTube on this channel. I thought for my first video I'd do a video response to Simon at the Hermits Cave. He did a video on my first tarot, and so I thought I'd do the same as my first video to kind of introduce myself to everyone. So couple of little things. First, if you hear any noises, try and ignore them. It's my dog underneath my table, and if you can hear the buzzing, then it's my fish tank in front of me. So yeah, I kind of can't do much about those, but yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to go straight into it. My first tarot deck I got when I was about 13. We do trips to London, or used to, every year, and at the end of the trip we'd always go to a place called Waterstones in the UK, and there's a huge one in London, and I'd always go there. I was always a big bookworm when I was younger, and still am now, and so I'd go there to buy the latest books that I wanted to read for that couple of months or whatever, and so I sort of was going to the till, and then they had this sort of spinny whirly thing at the side of it whilst you were waiting, and they had all these little kind of boxes of different, like, magic and Harry Potter and all this sort of stuff, and the Harry Potter drew me in because I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and then yeah, this kind of caught my eye. I was a practicing witch by then. I kind of came to paganism when I was about 10 or 11, so I was a fairly new baby witch at the time. And yeah, so the first one, this is called the Tarot the Complete Kit. It is by Running Press. So yeah, it comes in this little box. I've taken everything out, but it's this little box you get, and the back of the cards go there. In this bit here, so it's a bit like a tuck box, but it has a magnet that comes here, and then you get a little white book with it, that gives you sort of a page, yeah, a page on each card essentially, and it's 87 pages long. So that's the little book, and I quite like that because it's nice and small and portable. If you wobble, I'm sorry, you're on a stand, but I'm moving the table, so I apologise. And then the backs of the cards look like this, which I think is really pretty, and it's what drew me to them in the first place. They are glossy, but I did only pay £6 for the deck at the time, so for that I didn't think it was too bad. Yeah, and then with this deck I kind of brought it home, played with it for a little bit, thought it was really cool, and then kind of moved on to other things in my practice and put it in my witchy cupboard and kind of forgot about it. And I kind of found tarot again fairly recently. I found this deck probably about December time 2018, so fairly recently. And then sort of played with it again. I thought, well, I wonder whether there are any YouTubers on YouTube that do tutorials on it, because I didn't really, apart from the book, and I bought a book, the Tarot Bible. Apart from that, I didn't really know much about tarot, so I thought I'd go onto the tube, and I found Simon and Becca Tarot Night Owl. And then I kind of fell down the rabbit hole, and I've bought a couple of decks since then too. So I'm fairly new to tarot again, but I'm really excited to get to learn it again. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you a few of the cards, some of my favourite ones. I'm going to show you the majors, and then I'll show you the courts of the minors. Is quite a pippish deck. There are different sort of pictures to it, and I'll show you that when I get to it. But so I've not put these in order because I have played with them. So the first major that we've got is the Tower, and so they're quite simple cards, which I think appealed to me when I was a teenager. It was quite nice and simple and kind of cartoonish. I don't know whether this is going to focus on the card. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the Tower, the High Priestess. Oh gosh, focus not on me. There we go. The High Priestess, she's pretty. I like her. The Empress. I really like this card too. Come on, block my face out so you focus on me, on the card and not me. You can see my fish tank in the background there. Okay, she's not going to focus. There we go. Kind of. Anyway, the Empress. Justice. And I like this card because it reminds me of the Libra scales. And I'm a Libra. So I was born in October. So yeah, I like that. The Moon. And I love this card because of the owl and the moon. I just love it. It's really cool. The Hermit. And I like this one. He's sweet. He's got a little hermit's shell on his back, and he's pretty cool. The Sun, with the rooster and the little child riding on his back. The Star. Oh, focus. Come on, you can do it. Sorry, my phone. There we go. Sort of. Yeah, so she's pretty, and I like that there's no real ethnicity to this deck, in that you get all different walks of life, and that's really important. So the Magician, and I love this one. He's a little hare. Yeah. He's really cool. I like him. The Devil. Now, I love this card. I always look at the Devil cards when I go to look at decks anyway. But I love this card. I think he just looks so dapper and cheeky. Like it. The Death card, which is another one that I always look for, is my card. At the moment, I'm transitioning quite a bit in my life, and so the Death card is quite important. The Hanged Man, and I like this kind of sort of twigs are in the wands sets too, and I like those. So Temperance, really pretty card. Strength, and I like in this card that it's a lady, because most of the strength cards that I've seen are men with the lion, so I like that one. The Hierophant. So they are really pretty simple cards, but I like that they don't have any borders, and the sort of colours on the sides indicate what sort of card it is. So you'll see when I show you the minors, they have different colours on each corner. So the majors have purple, and then you have the different colours for the other suits. The Fool, I like this one. I think it's lovely. The Wheel of Fortune. So this one's called it the Wheel of Fortune, so I'm just calling it the wheel. I like that. We've got Judgment, which I love because it's a butterfly with a key. I like that. The Lovers. I like this card too. All the ladies seem to have their hair all sticky outy, which I quite enjoy. The Emperor, which I thought was quite a different card. It's not something that has kind of been depicted like the actual human face in it, which I quite like. The chariot with his little legs sticking up. Like that. And then finally we have the world. And then there's... So they are very, very simple cards, but when you're just learning, it was actually quite useful just to have something kind of simple and then to kind of just read the book afterwards. So I'm now going to go on to just the suits of the different cards. Pentacles has green corners. So we have the King of Pentacles. And so again, the kind of same theme runs through these. And I will show just the first card that comes of the others, just to show you what I mean by kind of pippish. So the Queen, Knight, poor little tortoise, Page, and so then we've got the Ace, and I'll show you the aces for all of them. I think this is really pretty. I like this one with the flowers. But yeah, so then you've got, like, I say pippish because they're not just, they are in the, if it'll focus, they are in the, they're in kind of different patterns. So that's, they're not all the same. They're not just, I don't know, 10 pentacles on one page. They are, they do have their own little kind of images to go along with it. So yeah, so that's the Pentacles. And then we've got the Wands, and I love this one because it's got an elephant on it. So there's the King. Come on, you're gonna focus, please, please. Okay, well, you kind of get the drift anyway. He's on an elephant. The Queen. I like this one. The Knight. So I apologise if you're seeing these back to front too. I'm not quite sure how. Might be able to flip that in post. Page. I like this one with the lantern. Don't focus on my face. There we go. And then we've got the Ace. That's my dog in the background, making herself known. And so yeah, I really like this one, so I thought I'd show you this. So yeah, they're pretty cool too. So then we've got cups, and these are all very kind of fish related because it's water. And so I like this one. He's a merman for the King. The Queen, the mermaid, love it, with a cup on her head. The Knight with a dolphin. I really like this card. I love dolphins too. The Page, serving the cup. I like that too. The Ace, and so this is where they kind of get a bit pippish, but again, they're nice and simple, and as a teenager they really appealed to the cartoonist in me that wanted to be an animator and sort of artist when I was older. Didn't happen, but I guess in a way it did. But yeah, I'll go into that in later videos as to kind of who I am a bit more. And then we've got the swords. Very strong images. So we've got the king, the queen, knight, and I love this one, riding on the back of an eagle, page, and then we go back to, so we've got ace, and yeah, just show you a few of these. I like this one. I'm not sure why, but I like this one. So yeah, so that's my first ever tarot deck. Yeah, as I say, I picked them back up recently, and I've still not got very many decks. I've only got 3 decks. This one, the Wildwood tarot, and the what's it called? Wild Unknown. It's easier if I just pull it out. Yeah, the Wild Unknown. So yeah, I've only got a few. That will, I'm sure, change as my journey goes on. It also came, I thought, which was quite cool to help you get started. It also came with a little kind of, this is fortune telling mat, but it's just a little card spread, and it gives you a bit of spread information on the back too, which I thought as a little witch starting out was pretty handy. So yeah, thank you for watching if you've made it this far. Thank you for indulging my video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one, I'm sure. Bye.